Hey everyone, this is your girl Coteria, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinions Vlog. Okay, I'm enjoying my Saturday. It's very hot here in Miami, but let's get into this Keith Lee food debacle that took place 2 days ago in Dallas, Texas, at this food truck called Sweetly Seasoned Food Truck. Now, he decided to pop up unannounced and show this food truck and this business some love and some support, okay? Which he did. Now, he did a short video, I think no more than 5 minutes, and he let his followers in the world know, hey, come check her out. Now, maybe a little bit wait, be patient, because she's the only cook, you know what I'm saying, that's cooking in the food truck, but come check her out. Keith Lee has always been generous. Every time he goes to anybody food, whether it's a food truck, a business, a vendor, he always blessed them with a tip to support their business and also to bring customers to their business. Okay, he's known for doing this. This is why a lot of businesses all over is begging, sending him emails, requests to come try their food and review their food in their business, their establishment. Mind you, he probably gets a lot of emails of people requesting him to come and critique and review their food. But anyways, he decided to go to Sweetly Seasoned. And her son was the one that inboxed him or messaged him to have him to come out to her. So he did that. Now, there was a young man that was cutting hair that was right next to the business in the parking lot. This food truck was in a shopping plaza, and there was a braider that was out there, and there was a guy that was cutting hair, and then the food truck. Now, the braider decided to come to TikTok and express what happened after the Keith Lee experience or the Keith Lee effect. I'll say 24 to 48 hours. She stated that the food truck owner did not give the tip that he wanted the braider and her brother, which is the barber, to get. She held on to the money. And she stated that the food truck owner, which is the mom, refused to at least give the $1,000 to her brother who cut hair because she said she don't need her $1,000. She's well paid on social media. Her business is blooming, blossoming. She don't need the money, but at least give it to her brother. So it seemed like the food truck owner decided to, renege on giving the money that was instructed by Keith Lee. She decided to do her own thing. And so the braider, who also was the food truck worker that day, because she stated her friend is the owner's son. She is her and the owner's son are friends. She said that she was helping her friend place orders and take orders to help the mom that day because, business started to pick up once Keith Lee got out there. Keith Lee even stated that people started coming in droves. They started coming in packs, basically, once the word got out that he was visiting this food truck. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. I'm going to be all over the place. Now, I went through the whole video of the young woman breaking down the situation, showing the email that she sent to Keith Lee, showing receipts and all this. I'm not going to, get into it. I felt like the food truck owner was wrong in this situation. Whether she felt like, hey, she's not my employee. She have not helped me build this business. She was only there for an opportunity to meet Keith Lee and also help to promote her business while he was there. Another thing I felt like the braider should have put out there is that, she and her brother was there for opportunity. Let's be honest. She didn't kind of want to touch on that, but you can tell that the brother was there for a reason. She was there for a reason. That's because they knew Keith Lee was coming. Even though Keith Lee said he don't let people know that he's coming, but somehow I can tell with this whole dynamic, because it's very odd, the fact that how they was, positioned, how they was set up, it looked like they kind of knew he was coming. Also, homegirl had a whole Sweetly Seasoned shirt on, and I'm pretty sure she don't wear that shirt on her every day in a normal basis because she's not part of the business. But she had that shirt on surprisingly that day, which let me know they was tipped off that Keith Lee was coming. I seen a lot of videos, but not a lot of people kind of saw what I saw. I tend to analyze and break down, footage that a lot of people may not cover. She was there for a moment, so was her brother. Let's be honest. They was not giving out free haircuts and hairstyles. They was trying to promote their business while he was there. She said her brother was passing out flyers of his haircut prices, And she was also, she had some clients where she was braiding hair. So it wasn't free. He might have thought that they was giving it out for free, or I don't know, somebody might have, misinformed him and say that they was doing it for free so he can give them a generous tip. So I feel like a lot of things are being left out in this story because it's her story, the brother side, the owner side, Keith Lee's side. But I feel like, the braider was also there for a come up. But she said, hey, she's good financially. And another thing I want to point out with the braider, right? I'm not trying to come against the braider, but I want to state the obvious. The braider kept hinting to that she don't need the money. She makes a lot of money on her social media platforms and also with her business. Remember, she's a hair braider. She's a hairstylist. She told the owner to keep her $1,000, which is crazy, but give her brother his $1,000. Do what Keith Lee instructed, which the owner still should have done. I'm going to get into her, but I also feel like when you put out that you're financially stable, if that is true, and I'm not saying that, she don't make her money, but the way she kind of, alluding to she makes a lot of money, you should have easily get your brother $1,000, if you understand what I'm saying. If your cash flow is lucrative and it's steady flowing, you should have get your brother $1,000, and that would have been that. Because even though she got the money, you can't make somebody give you the $1,000. Now, she did the right thing, such as bringing it to social media to give her, a bad review and bring bad press to her business and blow up the whole situation. She did right by that. But when she just kept saying, my brother, give him his $1,000, my brother, give him his $1,000, give him his $1,000. Sweetheart, if you making all this money, I would have gave my brother $1,000 easily. And I would have said that in the video, and I would have been done with this situation. She reached out to Keith Lee, which he's aware he can't change the situation. He can't tell or make the lady give you the money if she don't want to. We already know the business owner is greedy. We also know she also is financially struggling. While you financially stable and you where you need to be and want to be, she's struggling. Because when somebody become greedy and they do certain things like that, it gives you the assumption, the notion that she's financially is not where she wants to be or should be. Because the moment he gave her that money, she was crying and almost hysterical. Like, I can't believe it. Like if she never seen $5,000 in one setting. And I'm not trying to pick at her. I'm just saying. That's why when she said, you can keep my money because obviously you need it more than me, you should have also dug in deep down in your pocket and your big stacks and gave him a stack of all the money that you've been making. But she never stated that. She also stated that people started to reach out to her to, give her money, cash apps, a GoFundMe, so she can get the $2,000 that, she's crying about, which is rightfully so. It is due to her and her brother. Even though they was not part of the business, and Keith Lee did not know that. We can't expect this man to know this because, like he said, he just pops up. But I feel like they was tipped off. Because like I said, the whole setup seemed like it was planned. She never stated that her and her brother is always out there when she has her food truck. She never stated none of that. She just stated that they was out there that particular day, which coincidentally he decided to show up. But she left that part out. Now, the food truck owner, which is the mom, which is her friend's mother. Ma'am, you just blocked your blessings. You blocked your blessings big time. Also, you're going to get bad reviews. You're not going to get much business that you probably should have received if you would have did what he told you to do. God put this man in your directions and blessed you so you could bless other people and also bless your business. And you didn't do that. He gave you $4,000. $2,000 was supposed to go to them and $2,000 for you. And then another, she said like another $1,000 basically to feed other people. After 3 customers, you told her to start charging. You was dead ass wrong for that, ma'am. You is dead ass wrong. And you see how the devil comes, and you see how he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. The moment you got blessed and you was gave instructions to do something right and positive, you let the devil come and infiltrate everything and start making you think negative and greedy. And then you wanted to start, once the business came, after 3 people, that you gave free food to, now you want to start charging. So you can keep that extra money, which you would have made quadruple the amount Keith Lee gave you if you would have never let the devil infiltrate your mind and made you become greedy and also selfish. and not give what's due to her brother and this hair braid. And the lady also helped you with your business. You're wrong in this situation. Now, I understand and I get your thought process saying like, they ain't help me with my business. They didn't help me build my business. They don't help me run my business. She helped me run my business for that day after the Keith Lee effect started. Once he left, because remember, once he showed up, people started coming from everywhere, and they started to support her business that day. I get what she's saying. You know, you didn't help me build this business. My kids did. You was only a one-day worker, so I feel that you shouldn't get this money. I don't care how you feel or what you think. It was instructed to give her and her brother that money, whether, you know, they're part of your establishment or not. This is where you drop the ball. And now you're not going to get a lot of business. People are not going to support you. They know your face. You try to come to TikTok and justify this. There is no justifying. You were wrong, ma'am. You were wrong. I understand how you feel. I understand, you know what I'm saying, your point of view. They're not my employees. Why should I give them this? He didn't. It would be different if he would have said, okay, I'm going to give you $4,000. 2 for you, for your business. 2 to give to your workers who help run your business. He didn't say it that way. He specified, and he was very specific. He was very specific in his in what he stated. He stated 1,000 to the guy that was giving out free haircuts, and 1,000 to the young lady who was doing hair, and also your worker. He told you. You wanted to spin a narrative, and you wanted to spin it in your favor, and that's not. I'm glad he came behind, you know, all these videos that they were making, and he came and he specified again what he meant. He also called out your son for trying to twist and spin a narrative of what he stated. And shame on your son, because your son was willing to lie and justify with you. Well, he know you were wrong. And the nerve of you to even give your son $1,000. What was your son doing that specific day? What was he doing? We know he got his haircut. We know he reached out to Keith Lee, but why would you give him $1,000 to, you know, decipher it to these 2 people? That's crazy to me. And then now that you and your mom, you know, are getting, you know, trolled and getting cursed out, and now her business is going down. But if she would have did the right thing, none of this would have happened. None of this would happen. But you see what greed gets you? Your blessings went right out the window. Now, I think the mom can come back from this, and she apologized and say that, look, I'm going to give her the $2,000. Now, whether she want to accept it or not, I'm going to give it to her. Or what I would have done, I would have had that $2,000 to go back to Keith Lee credit card and have Keith Lee reach out to them and give it to them through him. But I would have showed me doing the right thing, and I would apologize about the situation, and also probably would have, you know, did a little sympathy in payola and be like, look, I'm financially struggling. I know it was wrong what I did. I apologize. You know, you want to sympathize, you know, your situation, so people can have an understanding, because we can tell you're financially struggling the way that you tried to, you know what I'm saying, keep that money hostage and then justify your wrongdoing. We can tell you're struggling financially. But that's not the way you do things. It's not the right thing. And then as you being the older adult, these are younger adults. You're supposed to be the older one leading by example. You ought not to be their mother. And you acting like this man is a no-go. This is embarrassing. But you just need to be honest with the people, apologize to her, text her from another number, send her an email, whether she respond or reply, at least she know, you know, hey, social media, I'm doing this, she ain't gotta say nothing to me. Keith Lee, I'm gonna, you know, have this $2,000 refund back to you. You can give it to them on your own accord. Because she don't want to hear from me. She's upset when she have every right to be upset. Her brother don't have no affiliation with you, because remember, she's friends with your son. But that's what I would have done. But this situation should have not gotten to this point, but it did. But it's shameful. It's very shameful. And now this man approach got to be different from other businesses. I hope, you know, this is my assumption and my opinion. I hope Keith Lee, I know he said he don't carry money for security reasons, which I understand. You don't want to get robbed, put your family in jeopardy. He does these food reviews with his wife. He also has 2 children. However, he said he does credit card transactions. I feel like when he generously bless a business, and you see there are workers, you know what I'm saying? I'm like this, I know he got to do, credit card transactions, but I feel like I would have to do Cash App. You got to Cash App to make sure everybody get their cut, because it's not right when people are greedy like this. People work hard. You know what I'm saying? Or just bless the establishment and hope the owners of the establishment do the right thing and make sure everybody get their cut. Or just cut the tipping, cut the overly generous tipping out. Which means instead of giving $2,000 or $3,000, just give $200. That's it. Cause see, this money thing is getting crazy. And people is only interested in Keith Lee, let's be honest, because he's giving out money. And also, he's marketing their business, he's giving out free. He promoted a business. But a lot of people are interested in Keith Lee, let's be honest, because of money. He give a very, very good amount of money to the establishment. But this is sad, y'all. That's all I got to say. Hey,